Hello and welcome back. Let's catch up with Rails 4. In the previous lesson, we talked about the active model mixin. Today we'll learn about a new method in Active Record, the Not method. To do things a little differently today, we're going to use the Rails console. I have a list of all the categories in our application and also the list of posts. I have a representation of each one of these objects, meaning we have the ID and name of each category, and for the posts we have the title and the respective category it's fitting in. These posts match the lessons that we have covered so far, including today's topic. They are included in several categories: Active Record, New Features, Action Pack, and also the introduction topic is under Miscellaneous. To demonstrate the Not method feature, we're going to perform 2 or 3 basic queries. For our first example, let's try and filter some posts based on the category's ID. I have the title of the category in the post, so for example, let's strip out the New Features post. The New Features category has the ID of 7. So for this example, I'm going to assign the filter posts variable to a query, post.where.not, and we'll continue by passing category ID and then pass a colon, which means that the current attribute will not be, in this case, 7. The filter posts will contain an active relation object, which we see right here at the bottom, see? And now we'll print the filtered posts to_a so we can retrieve the actual array. So pressing enter, you will see all of these different posts. Now I'm going to access the filtered posts and I'm going to pass a map on it so you can see a different representation and be easier for you to assert that that category is not included. So the representation is a simple string with the title and the category's name. If I press enter now, you will see all the categories being loaded as well as the posts. You don't see any post that belongs to the category of New Features. So that's how it works. Normally, you would pass something like this: where, and then category, ID, and then different than a particular number, and you would pass something like this. Finally, you would pass the ID, in this case it would be 7, or anything passed to a variable. This would be the same result. However, this is the Rails 3 way of doing things. Even though it's available in Rails 4, there's a much saner way of doing that, and that is by using the where.not method. Now, what if you wanted to filter out more than one category? Well, to do that, you can simply use an array. Let's check out the categories again. So I'm going to print the categories, and you see that the categories are right here. Let's see, we have the New Features, which is the ID of 7, and now let's try to filter also the topics on Active Record. Let's reuse the condition that we had before, and instead of passing a single integer, I'm going to pass an array. I'll open a square bracket and I'll pass 5 and 7, just like this. If I pass the array, then we will have a different condition, which is this one. We're selecting the posts where the category ID is not in those items in the array. So if I print those posts out again in the friendly manner, you will see that we only get 6 posts, the ones from Action Pack and from Miscellaneous. So now we're able to filter out some items based off a condition by passing a single item and also by passing an array of items. Now, what if we want to do something like performing a search or filtering out based on a wildcard? Let's say, for example, we want to filter out those that have form in it. Even better, let's take out just ORM so that both of these are excluded. Let's clear the screen and perform the query. If you were expecting we could use something like not and then like inside the query, sadly we're not able to do that. It was possible, but it was making a mess and it was removed. So to perform this kind of search using a wildcard, you have to do something like this. We'll use the simple where condition, and then, for example, the title of the post should not be like, and we'll pass a condition to it. The condition will be something like %%, and we'll pass here ORM. then we'll need to close everything. The variable should be something in between the percentage signs. This way the query gets well executed and well sanitized. So you pass a question mark in here, and the content of that variable will be percentage, ORM percentage, and this will be surrounded by single quotes. If we perform this query, we will have a result. But let me represent them in a more friendly manner. Okay, you see that the ones that had ORM are not included here. They were related to form helpers and such. So the query that was performed is right here. The post should not have a title like ORM. So that works. Awesome job. Even though we're not using the not method, it still works. So that is it on the not method from the Active Record query interface. It looks like a small change, but in fact it has lots of work into it. It's yet another forward move for Rails. The main purpose of this was to simplify development and try to abstract as much as possible from SQL. So this allows you to simplify your queries. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. In the next one, we'll talk about concerns and how you can mix in active record relationships. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.